I'm not very fond of the guy myself.
You'll never be in the same league with me when it comes to hating Mason. He took my son away.
I know.
It's the whole reason I'm in this idiotic drug program. It's only so I can get Brandon back. When I do, Mason's gonna wish he were never born.
You look like you mean that.
You can believe it.
Well, anything I can do to help, just let me know.
You? Help me?
Sure, sometimes a good team can be built on the basis of a common enemy. I just think it's interesting that we both feel the same way about my new brother-in-law.
CC felt the same way, too. He was in the process of kicking Mason out of the family for good before he had a stroke.
Along with you?
He couldn't kick me out of the family if he wanted to, because I was never really a part of it. He and I were husband and wife in name only. The only thing he really wanted was Brandon.
Sounds like you have a good reason to hate the man.
Hate's a strong word.
He was a strong man.
What are you getting at?
Nothing. Just strikes me as lucky, though, that you were at the Capwell Hotel the night of the attempted murder. Otherwise, you'd make a good suspect.
I don't think it was lucky at all.
Alibis that perfect are hard to come by.
Don't be ridiculous. Do you know how many times I wish I'd never gone to that hotel that night? If I had been here instead of there, maybe I could have done something to prevent this.
But why would you have wanted to?
Listen to me. I may have had problems with my husband. I mean, who doesn't? That doesn't mean I wished my husband dead. And I don't appreciate you suggesting that I did.
What's today, my fine fellow, said Scrooge. Today, replied the boy. Why, it's Christmas Day. It's Christmas Day, said Scrooge to himself. I haven't missed it. The spirit. What's that?
Bells. I heard jingle bells.
Oh, you better ask who it is first.
Who is it?
Do the names Prancer and Vixen mean anything to you?
Santa's reindeer.
Well, anybody who's on first-name basis with Santa's reindeer is a friend of mine. Come in.
Hey, no!
Stand back.
Brandon, I was going to try to fool you into believing it was Santa Claus, but I knew you'd realize it was still too early for him.
What on earth are you doing?
Well, look, you said you didn't have one yet.
No.
What's so good? I figured, a tree for a tree, especially since you already helped me set mine up. What do you think? Looks pretty good here, doesn't it?
Looks great. This is really very dear of you.
Can we decorate it right now? Please, can we?
Well, sure. I have some ornaments here in the closet. Provided that Cruz is going to stay and help us decorate it. You are, aren't you?
Well, does Rudolph have a red nose?
Yes?
Yes, he does.
Here you are, sweetheart. You can start with these. My mother saved some really old ones for me. They should be in here.
Oh, these look familiar.
They should. She used to decorate the house with these every year.
I remember this one. It always made the branch hang down too low. Make sure you spread those out, okay, little buddy?
Okay.
He's in seventh heaven.
Well, he should be. It's almost Christmas.
I'm glad to see that you're getting the Christmas spirit.
Yeah, well, I guess I have you to thank for that, don't I? You have reminded me that I still have a life, and I might as well go on living it. And I appreciate you setting me straight.
Just doing my good turn for the season.
Just needed somebody to tell me to stop feeling sorry for myself.
Oh, Cruz, I just wanted to make sure that you didn't give up that house of yours for the wrong reason. I'm not expecting miracles. I know. I know it still hurts. And it will hurt for a long time. You loved Eden very much. It doesn't just stop because someone reminds you that you've got to get on with your life.
No, but I still owe you one.
All we owe each other is a little understanding. You always get that when you come here. So if things get a little heavy and you want a place to escape for a little while, the door's open. Remember that.
I will.
Here's the angel. This one goes on top.
Yeah.
I think you're going to need a boost.
Hey, one boost coming up. Yeah. Right over here, buddy. Why don't you take a flying jump onto my back here?
Hold on tight.
All right, stand on my hands. Yeah, okay. That's perfect. Now that little bud, that's a beautiful sight.
Yes, it is a beautiful sight.
As long as he believed you, that's the important thing.
I think he did. I can't be sure.
Did you bring the files?
I just wish that you would reconsider.
Let me see them.
I hope no one finds out that I've removed hospital property.
My dear, there must be mistakes made every day of the week in a big institution like that. Nobody will suspect you.
I just don't like the way it makes me feel. That young man is just so determined. What if he keeps on looking?
Well, you let me worry about that. You go back to your duties, and nobody will be the wiser. Just forget all about it.
I wish I could. Doesn't it ever get to you?
What?
Your conscience doing the things that you've done?
I think you'd better go, or the hospital will be wondering where you are.
All right.
I know it hasn't been easy, but thank you. Oh, you funny little thing, you. Oh, you little darling. I've loved you since the moment I first saw you.
Well, it's possible that only a portion of the records were destroyed by the fire.
Then why didn't you just say that up front? I'm telling you, Nicky, there's something very suspicious about the way that woman was acting.
Well, I'm not going to be happy until I get into those records and see for myself.
How are you going to do that?
Well, I thought I'd stop by the hospital, and when there aren't any people around, I'll find a way.
Hello?
Hi.
Hey.
You're just
Hi.
Dylan is about to launch into his Mr. Businessman routine for Brick.
Are you two going to go with us to the oil rig?
Oil rig?
Oil rig.
You're welcome to come with us, aren't they, Dylan?
Absolutely. I was just about to suggest that. In fact, Brick, would you step over here into my office for a moment, please?
Yeah.
The rig that Kelly is talking about is an old abandoned offshore drilling platform that I have some plans for.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to need some financial advice, and I understand that you're an expert at it.
I'm not sure where you heard that, but I have some experience, yeah.
Good. Then all you have to do is answer one question for me.
What's that?
Are you by chance a gambling man?
Oh, I'm sorry. You probably want your table back. I'll move.
You know that's not what I want. I want the tension between us to go away.
Filled with the old Christmas spirit again, huh? Touching.
It's got nothing to do with Christmas. Actually, that's not entirely true. It just seems particularly empty to be going through this season without you. This is a time for people to share.
Mason, you talk about sharing as though you have some idea what that's about. I don't think you do.
Well, then teach me. Give me another chance. Hello? Yes, doctor. She's right here.
Mark, what's up? Are you kidding? How did you survive the morning? Well, no, I haven't had lunch, but I am up to my ears in Christmas decorations. Yeah, that's great. I'll meet you in an hour, okay? All right, goodbye.
Thought you said you were going to finish your ornaments.
Mason, has anyone ever told you that it's not polite to eavesdrop? All right, I am going up to change, and then I'm going to come down and finish my ornaments, all by myself.
You want me to oversee the expenditures of the construction phase?
And afterwards as well. If this casino takes off the way that I think it's going to, I'm going to need 10 guys to count the money, much less manage it.
Well, you certainly picked a great time to get into the gaming business, I'll tell you that.
Yeah?
You did? Oh, certainly. Declining inflation and lower interest rates are especially valuable to the casino business because of the hefty cash flows. Therefore, they become big borrowers, maybe even at prime.
This guy knows what he's talking about. Now, is he going to help me make my first million or what?
You better get this place built before you start raking in the millions, pal. Should we get out to the drilling platform and see what we're dealing with?
Now, it doesn't look like much, but when it's finished...
Well, look, that sounds fine to me right now.
And I'm not going to be able to pay you anything until I get some customers.
Well, I can be equally patient when it comes to profits, just as long as I can share them.
That you don't have to worry about. Now, we'll talk figures later,
Good.
okay?
Yeah, come on, let's go, you guys.